February 4th, 2022. Halfcast 232, episode 232. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? New Jersey bus driver drove drunk with students on board. If I can't drive drunk, how the hell they gonna get to school? Colleen Utermarks, 49 of Wantagh, was stopped on County Road 565 in Frankfurt just after 5 p.m. and charged with being under the influence, endangering the welfare of a child, possession of prescription legend drugs, and driving while intoxicated, according to NJ.com. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, and it doesn't matter if it's on a school bus. Are we sure she didn't get the drugs from the kids? After all, this is Jersey. There were no children on board the bus at the time of the stop, yet police believe she had been dropping students off while intoxicated. If you don't pipe down back there, I'm going to get off this bus and you're going to have to drive to school. Trio of self-taught dentists are caught working out of a filthy office. When I read self-taught, it automatically gives me the impression that they were just pulling each other's teeth out. A trio of allegedly self-taught dentists have been arrested for practicing dentistry without a license at their filthy office in Houston, Texas. Byron Alberto Zelaya, 58, his son Brian Jesus Zelaya, 31, and nephew Omar Navarrete Sevilla, a family-owned business, were arrested by the Houston Police Major Offenders Division on Monday. One-stop shop. You get your root canal, you get your Brazilian butt lift all at the same time, and they stamp your vaccination card on the way out. According to court documents, police had been tipped off by one of Alberto Zelaya's customers who paid $2,000 for cleaning and brackets in October in order to get braces, but was alarmed by the lack of licenses and diplomas at the practice, as well as the unsanitary conditions. The office, which housed a single dentist chair in an unfinished room, had no obvious sterilization equipment, had boxes of mouth moldings scattered across the back office, and dentistry tools sprawled around on shelves and desks, according to an ABC 13 tour of site. And you got a nerve to be working in people's mouths. Images of the back office showed metal cans, water bottles, and wires littering the office, besides dentistry tools and mouth moldings made for patients. The rooms at the practice were mostly unfinished with sloppy paint jobs and were also filled with garbage. Alberto Zelaya told police that he was self-taught and had been working at the Houston office for about a year, according to court documents. I always thought that when you're dealing with doctorates, especially in America, there really is no such thing as self-taught. But okay. He added that he had a previous job in a dental lab. What is a janitor? Alberto Zelaya and his son were charged with felony unlawful practice of dentistry, while Navarrete Sevilla, who made the mouth molds and worked with tools, was charged the same but at a misdemeanor level. Since their arrest, the family have bonded out of jail, with the father posting $10,000 bail on Tuesday. The Houston Police Department said there was no evidence that the men had hurt any of their patients or botched an operation, and that it was uncommon for people to run these types of illegal practices to collect cash. Yeah, like having your unemployed nephew come in and have people bite down on Play-Doh isn't going to have some type of long-term problems. Houston dentist Dr. Thomas O'Brien told ABC 13 that it's dangerous to have any kind of dental procedure done by unlicensed fraudsters who lack the proper training. The results could be life threatening. You can end up with a mouth full of deformity of sorts teeth don't grow back. If you fracture someone's tooth, it's got to come out. Not only can it kill you, but it can also alter your lifestyle. Proper sterilization of equipment is critical, and I would bet money they're not properly sterilizing equipment. Naked man arrested after allegedly opening fire on bus. The definition of insult to injury. A 21-year-old man who was acting erratically or erotically, opened fire inside a Greyhound bus in Northern California, killing a 43-year-old woman and wounding four others before he was arrested naked inside a Walmart after getting into a fight, authorities said. Asadi Coleman started shooting at passengers as they exited the Los Angeles bound bus after it stopped at a convenience store in the city of Oroville on Wednesday night, Butte County Sheriff Corey Onia said Thursday. This is a horrific tragedy that was visited upon our community. Shooting was bad too. Police received 911 calls shortly after 7:30 p.m. that someone was shooting inside a bus outside a convenience store in the small city of Oroville, about 65 miles north of Sacramento. Officials said they recovered a dozen 9mm bullet casings on the bus, which had a bullet hole through the windshield. Detectives later recovered the weapon in a nearby construction site, O'Neill said. Moments before the shooting, Coleman, who had boarded the bus in Reading, told passengers that Los Angeles was a dangerous city and showed them a firearm he was carrying in a satchel, Onia said. He also got agitated and accused one of them of being an undercover law enforcement officer. He showed what could best be described as paranoid behavior. That's the political correct term for penis now, paranoid behavior. After the shooting, Coleman fled and ran to a Walmart about half a mile away from the bus and got into a fight with a customer. After the fight was broken up, he walked away and began taking off his clothes. He was taken into custody naked. Shortly after, Coleman, who has a juvenile criminal record, lives a somewhat transient life. I will believe that. Who wants a roommate that's walking around with either his dick or his gun in his hand all day and is wanted on a warrant out of Alameda County for possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, Butte County District Attorney Michael Ramsey said. DEA imposter tricked woman into bogus training program. Feds say
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Portland woman was duped into believing she was a DEA agent in training for an entire year. Walking around with a badge she thought was real, going on fake ride alongs, and developing confidential informants at her phony supervisor's behest. Here's a plot twist. These were all dates, and he was just trying to spend a little time with her. Hey, it's Valentine's Day. Gonna get that lady killed. That's according to a federal complaint first obtained by the Daily Beast, which accuses 41-year-old Robert Edward Golden of impersonating a Drug Enforcement Administration special agent while convincing his trainee she was actually on the job. On the evening of February 1st, Portland cops detained Golden and the unnamed woman on a street corner not far from the Portland Art Museum, the complaint states. Officer called the DEA's Portland district office and told agents they had the two people claiming to be with the DEA. When the agents arrived on scene, they found Golden and the woman in handcuffs. Airbrush graffiti on the DEA jackets. A sergeant told the real DEA agents that he had spotted Golden and the woman by the open truck of a silver Dodge Charger and that he saw a tactical vest inside with a patch on it that said DEA police, which I think it would just say DEA. It wouldn't say DEA police because they aren't police in white lettering. The vehicle was fitted with police lights around the rear license plate and inside the front windshield. The filing continues. Why do you have these lights, sir? I work with the agency. Which agency? What? While the sergeant was speaking with Golden, he said he noticed the bottom of a holster peeking out from under Golden's jacket, according to the filing. as he removed what appeared to be a firearm, but was later determined to be a replica. So, what if you get into a real situation and you got to use that gun and you're Golden told the woman to show the sergeant her credentials. She then flashed a badge and ID card purporting to be issued by the DEA. Cops also found holsters in Golden's trunk, along with a second tactical vest, this one with the DEA police patch in yellow, as well as handcuffs, badges, credentials, and an AR 15 style rifle, later identified as a BB gun. We're going to fight a lot of crime. Golden told the sergeant that he and his partner were feds and that he had more police equipment in his vehicle and additional police equipment and identification in his apartment. Portland police drove the pair to the local DEA office, which I'm pretty sure she never even seen the inside of, and transferred custody over to them. After agents read him his rights, Golden tried to explain things away by claiming he and his sidekick were into cosplay and accounted for all the police equipment. He said he didn't want anyone to bother him or the woman in or around their apartment complex and felt the fake DEA items provided them protection and that he used the red and blue interior lights in his vehicle to get through traffic faster, the complaint states. Golden said he had also previously acted as an officer to break up a fight by shouting police and held up his arm as if displaying a badge or credentials while he described the encounter. How is it cosplay if you're the only one that knows it's cosplay? She thinks shit is real. She told the agents that she was a DEA agent in training and was also attending school for criminal justice. The complaint explains. She said she has been in training for approximately 1 year and was issued a DEA badge and credentials by Golden. She said Golden had taken a photograph of her. It's weird now and provided it to other agents for use to make an identification card, and that Golden has spoken previously of Agent Anderson, Agent Lewis, Agent Garcia, and Ms. Bennett from the DEA. And Golden told her that she would soon be training with other agents. What, he's trying to start a cult? The, the woman said that Golden has taken her on ride alongs at night for surveillance and taken her practice shooting, and said Golden claimed he had to put someone into handcuffs on his way into work. Lying. We already know she's not cut out to be any type of agent of anything because at one point, never did she stop to realize that any of this whole shit was weird. No type of instincts. However, the DEA Portland office does not have any special agents in employment under those names, and the DEA does not provide ride alongs. The complaint continues. When investigators again spoke with Golden, they asked him about the supposed training he had provided to his ersatz trainee. Golden said he took her to speak with homeless individuals to develop confidential informants for future use in case something happened to Golden and he was no longer around to take care of her, says the complaint. Golden said when he and the woman approached the homeless individuals, they had the DA credentials displayed. The homeless folks probably knew it wasn't even real. He probably paid them to play along. The unwitting woman had indeed been tricked by Golden into believing that she was really training for the DEA, the filing says, without explaining what his further motivations may have been for carrying on the ruse against her for so long. Other than being dangerously gullible, the precise relationship between her and Golden remains unclear. Relationship revolved around him getting off on playing a DEA agent like a TV show and having a smoking hot partner to ride around with them. And yeah, that's all it really was. Lucky that lady didn't get shot. Fun show, fun show, fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.